The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Shameless After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Shameless After Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Shameless After Show, Season 4.
Yeah. Crazy. Went by so fast.
I know. Episode 2, My Oldest Daughter.
Yeah.
It's, I didn't understand it at first, but now I get it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, okay then.
I'm your host, Phil Svitek, joined alongside Joyce, yet again.
Hi, everybody.
And JJ.
Hi, guys.
And Drea Renee is
Hello.
back. Back from where were you? The Caribbean somewhere
Bahamas.
there? That's in the Caribbean,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, yes.
So I was right.
Yes, you were.
I gave the region. And we are joined today by a fellow actor, John Gammon, who's on ABC's The Middle, which airs Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
That's right.
What's up, John?
Thanks so much for having me, guys. You guys are great.
Thank you. And you're a big fan. You're a fan of the show, obviously.
I love the show.
Excellent. So he's gonna talk with us and just kind of enjoy the experience of Shameless.
Shamelessly.
Shamelessly.
Oh yeah.
Now, last week we talked about Debbie, and that was an awkward conversation. So hopefully now with another man in the room, you know,
Might get a little awkward because we're gonna have to talk about Debbie's boo.
I know.
Because that dude.
Why don't we, Drea? Why don't we start with you since you're the only female that wasn't here last week?
Debbie?
Yeah, and her kind of her growth as a woman.
It's really uncomfortable and awkward. And I think it's just hard to watch for me a little bit because it's just so over the top. I feel like the way they put her in the heels and the makeup. I don't remember being that dramatic when I was that age, but it's kind of hard for me to watch Debbie. I want her just to stay like a little girl.
Me too.
I don't like this at all.
I don't want her to be corrupt at all by those girls.
No, and they're so awful. And that girl's pregnant, the big one. Is she pregnant?
Yeah, she is.
Pregnant.
Okay.
She is.
I was a little confused by that. She's a little overweight.
But, you know, as you actually pointed out, you know, by their definition, right, the fact that he has a condom in his wallet, he's a classy guy.
Classy.
And just by the way he made dinner and things like that, you know what? They may be a bad influence, but I actually will give him credit, Maddie, because he's not too bad, even though he's 20 years old and she's 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But you know, Debbie runs up to her room as soon as she gets back. So I have no idea what happened there. I'm guessing that Maddie did something pretty bad to kind of take away from all the good stuff he did. Making her dinner, sitting next to her, you know, being sweet and everything.
Was
I
that
hope not.
I think it was kind of a heavy hint for this next episode. He did something bad.
I don't know. I want to think he's a gentleman. I want to believe that. I think he's really sweet.
But she told him she was 13, and he's all like...
That's what got me, because I really like Maddie too. I'm a fan of his. I think he's a classy guy. I thought he's always been sweet. Yeah, he is classy. Yeah. But he had the condom. He made dinner. I mean,
she's a child.
When's the last time a guy made you dinner?
Last week, girl.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is the world of Shameless.
Yeah.
The world of Shameless. The standards are going to be way lower.
That's true.
You gotta remember.
Yeah. So I thought that was a big move, but. Then when I turned was when he did, because I think he thought she was 16, like the rest of
right.
you know, yeah. So,
okay.
But then when he did find out she was 13, then I lost a little respect for him, finding out that she's 13 and then going ahead and trying to grab her hand. He thought about it for a quick
2
moment.
seconds.
Then he was
like,
okay with it.
That's your chicken.
But
and then I thought,
I don't think his hand holding attempt was creepy. He was not creepy at all.
I'm sorry. After
It's creepy if she's 13.
But I will say that I think you're right, John. There will be a twist that we're gonna find out about eventually. That's gonna really change my mind about it.
I mean,
They laid it on so thick.
Yeah.
You know, because he was so sweet. He was like the dad that made dinner for the daughter. I mean, he was so nice. But that's where the creepness is in.
Yeah.
That, you know, he was.
I just want to be clear that is illegal, right?
Yes.
20 and 13.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's
Yes.
How old is Maddie? I forget.
20.
20.
Yeah, okay,
20.
Yeah.
She's a minor.
Exactly.
Might not be
Beyond.
robbing the cradle, it's robbing
She
the playground.
just turned teenager.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still torn between him because I think he's nice, but then it could just be the street game.
We'll be surprised. We'll be surprised by him.
Street game.
Very
Is that what
shady.
they keep calling it?
I don't know.
Well, street game sounds like basketball to me.
Well,
Well,
I mean, he might play that too.
The
But
way he puts his moves on.
We're talking
for
about
teenagers.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
you know, with the dinner, his own place.
That was all
how he
nice
lures them in.
until she said she was 13.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, to me, a nice guy would be like, I'm going to call your parents.
I thought he was just gonna like go ahead and let her have the dinner, and then just be like, okay, we're just gonna be
No,
friends, or
he's
like
all
be a
like-
buddy for her. But then then he creeps. Then he got creepy.
But then I
Yeah.
think, how could he not tell that she's that young?
That's what I was
How
thinking.
could
I was
he
like,
not
okay.
tell? If you're
It was-
20 years old, you've got to have had some experience.
Yes.
No, like
Totally.
dating
Exactly.
girls.
But he's kind of nerdy. That's what it is.
he might be a
Maybe.
virgin.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that could be.
Yeah, but you can still, even if you're a virgin, you can still tell if someone's 13
Yeah.
versus 16. Like, there's a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
Especially by the way Debbie acts.
She's,
Exactly.
she's so cute and innocent. There's no.
You know what I think happened? I think he went in for a kiss and she wasn't ready. She
The
didn't wanna
forehead
go for the-
kiss?
No,
Did
a real
she already
kiss.
kiss somebody, though?
I think
did,
it's enough
like
to
a
not
quick
hate him.
Kevin's son.
Oh, that's
Last-
right.
Yeah, in the
That's
last
right, Kevin's
season.
son.
Yeah.
That was just to get out of the way.
Right. Now
This
she's
was-
experienced.
Oh my goodness. This is by the way, we're gonna have her on the show, so we're gonna
I'm so excited.
oh my
Well, you
can't
got to
wait to
ask
talk to
her,
her.
whether or not she thinks that her character is more sexually experienced than Maddie, because I would imagine that she is.
interesting.
So he's never kissed a girl. You don't think?
No,
Aw.
I don't think he has.
So the condom in his wallet is like expired.
Enough have expired for this guy to be able to replenish before it expires. That's what I think.
Nice.
I mean, you know, in some sense, I'm willing to buy that because she's. I don't think he's seen a woman's vagina, but she's seen a man's penis publicly.
Yeah.
So let's
That's
not forget
true.
Yo,
that.
she saw a man's penis in the intro. You know,
Oh,
guys just
yeah.
coming in and peeing like that's what happens when
Yeah.
you have like 10 kids in one house.
Yeah.
The only benefit is she hasn't had her period, so she can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she wants
only
it so bad.
I know.
She wants it.
My
She
girlfriend
thinks she
waits.
wants it. She thinks she wants it because she's hanging out with those two idiots.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. All right.
No.
Speaking of kids,
Don't ever get a daughter.
I don't want to
Get a daughter,
want to know.
shut up.
Oh, they're the worst. I don't want. No.
We are not.
Well, hopefully V's not having 3 daughters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She's having triplets. What the hell? I was not thinking that. That was
mean-
gonna happen.
You know what? The men in this family, I mean, Kevin's not part of the family, but
He
Frank,
is.
to a degree, has a magic penis, and so does
Yeah.
Kevin.
Probably one of my favorite moments of the episode.
I know,
was
when he's running
Kevin.
around.
Kevin just being so excited, yelling to everybody he has a magic penis.
yeah.
I love it.
I wouldn't say that Frank has a magic penis. Frank has like what's called a loose cannon. That
Yeah.
thing shoots in all different directions, and sometimes it hits stuff. That's just
But it
how
hits
it
a
is.
lot of stuff.
A lot.
It's a lot of stuff, but how many times is that guy shooting?
I mean,
let's
the
be honest.
title of the episode says it all. He has a daughter. We had
oldest
no
daughter.
idea
And that's
about.
probably
That
the
was
scene
his
we
ace
just know
up the
about.
sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But in turn, okay, so they've got these 3 kids plus the 4th,
Yeah.
and they owe Stan's
Daughter
quoting
transsexual.
faggoty AIDS.
Terrible.
Faggot?
Cock something.
Something about sucking AIDS
yeah.
cock.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
That's
terrible.
it.
Thank you, John.
Oh my
Welcome.
god. I can't believe that was even in there.
That image bank.
This episode was back in true form where there were many moments we were all just like, oh boy.
I know.
they took it there.
I know.
I'm siding with Kevin because I've heard bad words, but never in that
Not
succession.
like- And in your will, like, can you do that actually? Can you write stuff like that in a will?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he said everything was done
By the
Legally.
book.
by the book. Exactly.
Jeez.
That's
What
so
book?
crazy.
Jeez.
I love that, I expected Kevin to get the bar because, Stan was so fond of him and he was kind of like
Yeah,
his
I
son.
expected that.
But, and I wanted it to be successful for him, but then I thought back to the last season where it was stated that he doesn't even know how to do his taxes. How is he even going to manage bookkeeping for the bar? And now we find out that there's no money basically coming in for profit for the bar. I felt so bad. I didn't want that to happen to him.
And they have an awful clientele.
They really do.
They don't have any money.
They have no
they're not-
money. They're drunks. They're broke.
Yeah.
They're not leaving big tips.
Yeah,
No.
those patrons are not going to help at all.
No.
No.
But, it's not like he was doing anything to help them. I mean, how many times is Kevin drinking behind the bar?
Exactly.
Every episode.
And he always gives shots on the house at some point.
Yep.
That's true.
Always.
Always.
It's like, here's to Tuesday.
Exactly.
Man.
I mean, this is just I'm glad he's so happy that he wants a family, and V's all excited. Like, we're a modern family, but she doesn't know yet, right? That they are not making money.
No, he told her. Yeah. He tells her at the end.
He said
She
it in
finds
front
out.
of her mom.
That's
too,
why
so,
That's why she wants her mother to get an abortion.
Yeah.
And she so loudly and said so.
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, if I had to do the math on this one kid, 3 kids,
4 kids.
let's see who's getting an abortion.
She
here.
can't get an abortion though, right? The mom isn't she
too
far
late.
along?
Yeah, she's too far along for it to be
can't
a
do
legal
that.
abortion.
Mm.
No way.
illegal. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Girl, we're in the streets of Chicago. Okay, I mean, this is
A legal abortion.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you never know.
the PBR abortion. Have you heard of that?
No, what's that?
What is that?
Oh my god!
Loud
Laughing.
I'm gonna make it every week. I'm gonna make it a point to
Oh, boy.
to find something that's so shameless
What
in
was
the world.
last week?
Last week was Sexiled. Have you heard of Sexiled? Please
John,
say
have you
yes.
had the word?
No.
Thank you.
Makes perfect
Thank you.
The cheese stands
What
alone.
does
so-
sexile mean?
So if you and I are
I'm
roommates,
so glad you're here.
if you and I are roommates in college and you were like bringing back a girl, you'd put like a sock or whatever, a rubber band, and I'd be
Okay,
like,
heard of
okay, I'm
that.
sexiled.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of that system. I've never.
But
heard
the word
of
is
the
that like a
term.
new
I've never heard
word?
the term.
Like the
That's
cool kids
exactly
use
what
the
I
sex
heard.
style?
2005 maybe.
Okay.
We could just lock our dorm rooms. What place? Is that like a Notre Dame or
Well,
something?
doesn't everybody have a
BYU?
key? All the
Yeah,
roommates
but
have
if
a
I'm your
key.
roommate, I have a key. You don't want me coming in.
And then
Yeah,
you
well,
put
if you're a
sock
good roommate, you know when it's locked, I'm going to be there, and you also
Get
know that I'm
down
out,
to business.
You know.
All right. I'm just
No
the
one gets-
technical term is sexiled.
Okay.
So the
Phil.
PBR abortion.
Yeah. What?
This term got started.
We don't need a warm-up session at all. First topic, we're talking about abortion. Please go on with the
The show's
PBR.
called Shameless. We're giving an X amount of time
Exactly.
to do
That's
the full
beautiful,
after show. We
PBR.
don't got time to warm up.
PBR
You missed.
abortion.
Last week was titty effing.
Oh, yeah.
JJ brought it up.
She was afraid
you
to
did.
say it.
Okay, I was like, Phil.
She did. It was hilarious. She's like,
That's rather mild compared to most.
For JJ though, that
No,
was
that was
JJ.
not.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
you don't know me too well.
She was laughing about magic cocks a second ago. Come on,
Oh
it's
my
not that bad.
I'm learning something new.
So tell me, I want to know about
Okay,
this.
PBR abortion. You get a 30 rack, and it doesn't have to be PBR, but 30 rack, and you drink it. You bring some people over, and you drink it, and then eventually, when the woman's good and drunk, you start punching her in the stomach.
Are you insane?
my
Are you insane? I can't believe you even said that.
Go to
Oh my
her. I didn't
god! I'm
make
quitting
this
the
up.
show. I'm quitting the show.
Don't fall
No,
prey to
I'm
that.
just the
Don't fall
messenger.
prey.
Why does
That
it
is
even
the-
exist?
That's
Why
the worst
use
thing I've
wrong
ever heard.
He did
words?
not write it.
It's a
He
Long
did not
Island
write it.
thing. It is a Long Island
This
thing.
is how it is.
A Long Island thing. There's a. Oh, this is sick.
Well, that's where
Phil.
V needs to
What
take
part
her
of Long
mom.
Island? I
Oh
thought
my
you guys were
goodness.
like preppies and stuff, playing lacrosse all day.
Sayville. I'm gonna throw it
Sayville?
out. Yeah, I didn't grow up in Sayville.
Is that where
but
Kevin
was-
Weidman's from or something? Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the worst thing I've
I
ever heard.
know.
That's
But hey,
awful.
Jeez.
Thanks for
No,
the
no.
thanks
Hey,
for the insight.
the guy didn't write it. He's just the messenger.
True.
Well, no, and
Don't
V was going to
shame
do
the
it.
messenger.
I will shame
She
him.
wanted to punch her mom tonight in the stomach. Maybe she just needs to
Okay,
get a little
maybe that was your
PBR, like-
motivation.
My motivation. Yes, I have motivation.
He's not motivated.
Daily
Come on, you know.
vocab / phrase lesson. For
Okay,
Phil.
let's return though about the money problem.
Yeah.
How are we going to solve this?
I actually think, and this was part of my predictions, I think that Kevin is really going to crack down on getting money from, having everyone purchase their drinks.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's maybe even going to raise the prices, but that will backlash. I think it will backlash.
He'll
Or they
lose
can make
everybody
people
in
won't
the
come.
neighborhood.
Yeah, people
Yeah, they
won't
won't
come. I
come.
mean, these,
Yeah.
like we said earlier, these people can't afford, I would say, anything.
They can make more videos.
That's true.
Yeah.
They could do that.
But she's
Slave
pregnant.
porn.
She's
Porn
pregnant.
videos, right? Yeah, the channel.
Ugh, pregnant porn.
I'm sure
there's
people
a
love
market.
it.
There's a
market.
fetish for that, I'm
There's
sure.
a market.
Yeah.
Just
Ew.
saying. I
That's
know.
so
I
weird.
know. But there
How
is.
dare you say that? Oh, it's so gross.
Look, we don't hold back, okay?
Good.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out some ways to make money.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. That's why I love the show so much just to begin with. These are real people, normally in some real hard situations,
Normally.
I mean, yeah.
doing what they gotta fucking do, you know?
You know what how I think they'll do it? I think V will start getting more of those pills from the hospital, and she'll start selling
sell
a little
them.
stuff for the neighborhood.
I like that.
more.
When you got kids, you get crafty and you figure it
She
out.
might even, I mean, after she has her kids, she might even be one of those wet nurses that like nurse other people's children.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
For money.
Have you heard
Is
of that?
that what they're called?
Yeah.
Is that too out there for you guys?
Is that what they're called?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
the PBR abortion was a bit much for me.
But I mean, in terms of, I love the show because, when we heard Spotting, I think every one of us was like, oh, poor V, she's going to lose the kid. And then to go the other route of like, no, you're not going to lose the kid. We got three of them.
He's like quite the contrary.
Exactly.
Your hormone levels are
He
insane.
was weirdly happy, wasn't he? Strange. I was like, what are you so happy
I mean,
about?
it's he's the doctor that delivers the news of life, not death.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
Well, to go from telling somebody they lost, thinking maybe they lost the baby,
That's
to,
true.
You know, good
Yeah, and he
news,
was like,
good
he was
news.
high.
He doesn't know their income bracket.
No, he does not.
So.
He just hears magic cock going around the hospital.
Oh my goodness. Any last thoughts on this storyline?
I love Kevin's enthusiasm. I think he's
I
one of
love
my
him.
favorite characters
Yes.
because he's so genuine and he loves Veronica. I love that about them. They're the best couple on the show. Always.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is very genuine, and I love how he just 1 second he'll forget himself immediately. Like he was worrying about coming up with that money every single month,
Yeah.
and then he hears news he's going to be a father of 3 on top of the stress of being a father of 1,
Yeah.
and he just gets too excited. He's got to celebrate.
But
Like,
then
that's really nice.
At towards the end of the show, he told V like I'm conflicted. Like now he doesn't know how to feel because he knows they can't afford these 4 children and
Well, yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
yeah, I think yeah, because he loves V. He
Yeah.
listens to V,
he's
and V is always
genuinely
telling him what's up.
concerned. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it's. I feel like this is going to be a season-long storyline. I don't think it's going to get resolved in 6, like some of the lesser storylines.
No.
Before we move on, we have a message from AJ, or not AJ, JJ.
That's all right. PBR, AJ, JJ, I don't know. Anyway, guys. With Slim Fast, 2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. In 14 days, the only thing higher than your confidence will be your hemline. This podcast is brought to you by Slim Fast.
Good job.
Yum.
That's right. And when you move up into the Fiona bracket, you can get some of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so happy for her. She can be
I
chef
know.
now.
Creeping up on the poverty line.
Exactly.
But let's talk about Lip before we talk about Fiona. He's now in college and still kind of, unlike Fiona, who is accepting her lifestyle, Lip doesn't want to accept it. And it's obviously getting in the way of his success.
Yep. He's, like I said last episode, he's struggling. And I think he got a taste of what the girls at MIT like. And as much as he hates them, I feel like he kind of wishes he knew more about how to be like that.
Yeah, he just seems so out of his element with like everything, the way he's talking to girls, and it just seems so just like he just doesn't get it. So you can't talk to people like that.
Exactly. He's not in his comfort zone. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and I'm hoping that it'll make him, step up. I mean, we see he's gonna have some more problems in the trailer, but yeah,
He'll mature.
I just-
you can see it. You can see it
Slowly.
boiling right now.
Yeah.
I think what really affected him was when Gus's sister, Hood Girl, or we're calling her.
Gus, Hood Girl, Gus's sister.
Oh,
Gus's
yeah.
sister,
Yeah.
When she said, I came to college to go get away from guys like you. And I think that really resonated with him.
And I think he's used to where he came from, being like not having to try and really being smarter than everybody else there.
Yeah.
And like he said for the test, he studied 20 minutes, whatever, the night before. And, thinking that's still cool to like, I got a 60 and that's all I did.
At his
Right.
crappy public high school, he could do that. But he
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is for real. Like, you got to go home and study. And I mean, I don't want to jump ahead too far, but it's just sort of like the parallel with Fiona too, and how she's like having to like be honest in a relationship. Like, you can't just lie to people. Like, it's not cool anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
like everything they ever knew is not what they're into now.
Yeah.
Like it's totally out the door, and they're trying to adapt. It's not working.
But they're still gonna keep their Gallagher blood.
Oh yeah.
And do crazy things.
Oh yeah.
Or we won't have a show. Exactly. So, yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was very Gus's sister. She says to him, it took me, I forget what the timeline was, but it took me whatever X amount of time to learn what these guys learned in high school.
Yeah.
And so I think hopefully that resonates with Lip, although I don't know how much it did, because immediately after, horniness took over.
That was not expected.
Yeah.
I mean, you get horny, but just Lip's face at that moment when she's like, "We're gonna do this," he was like,
He could have said no, but he did not.
He did not.
Why did she have to be all sweaty in the boobs? Like, was that necessary?
He went on
She was
quite
getting
a
a workout.
a ride on this episode. But first of all, we see him flirting with the
Shelley.
with Shelley, yeah, and then finding out that she's his
He
tutor,
got
and then
instantly friend zoned. Instantly.
Yeah.
That made me feel bad.
I felt
for him.
uncomfortable. I was like, oh my God, stop, please. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah.
But you said, I think it was you who said it, that, why did he give the advice away? Because it was good advice to Shelley to get the 1994.
Yeah, he dug his own grave.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
She wasn't going to give him none anyway, so.
That's what I would agree with that too. And
Yeah.
if Lip were actually more mature, it'd be like, no, she's your tutor. Like, you don't want that.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you? But yeah, this is setting up a lesson. He'll learn.
What though? What?
I don't know. Even if I was a little bit more mature, I still would have been like, I'm going for the tutor.
She was cute. She was really cute.
she was.
She was really
I'd have to up my game, but that doesn't mean my maturity level would be up.
Yeah, but you wouldn't help the tutor, man. At least I hope you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Never.
No, I'd give her the worst advice possible.
yeah, I was gonna say, what would you have
He
said?
should have done that. He should have told her something, but something that
could
would
work in his favor later when
Yeah.
they break up, because they probably will.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't like
what I
that
think.
Charlie Watts guy.
In his plaid
He's
shirt.
too clean cut. No.
No, he had some scruff. He had a little bit.
Is he dreamy? He had some scrub.
I love scruff.
Oh, Phil. yeah.
Ridiculous.
Carry on here.
I mean, eventually, I feel like Lip has to kind of, the phone call with him and Carl. He was just searching. You know what I mean? Just from that standpoint of like, hey, how's everything going? And he, even though he didn't want to talk about Frank, he was more willing to than he normally would have to talk about Frank.
I think he just wanted to feel connected because he felt so like off when he was at the college.
Yeah, he
I
wanted to
agree.
get more in touch with what he's used to. He misses home.
I think it's home, but I think it's also he misses what he's used to.
Yeah.
I mean, 18 years that he's been doing
His
this?
non-structured lifestyle.
And I think he misses the people he relates to, and also kind of he still was kind of the man because he did take charge of things a lot and helped Fiona with, in certain aspects. And I think it kind of hurt him when Carl said, no, she's got insurance now or got it all covered. It's like they're all handling things without him.
Yeah.
That's true.
Where is he going to get the money, though? Sell weed again?
Probably.
Yeah. I am warming up to his roommate's cracking me up, though.
Oh my God, he's awesome. And he has a girlfand. He's large
even
and in
better
charge.
without
I love
his
it.
girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't like his
I
girlfriend.
know
He
she
needs to
sucks.
dump her, but
At least
is
he's getting
so
laid.
annoying.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's true. I've met so many relationships that the only benefit one either, I won't make it present, but like is just the sex. Like,
Exactly.
oh well,
Like,
if I dump
he's having
her,
sex.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's true.
It happens.
It's very true. how did I want to tie this into Fiona? So in terms of the Fiona storyline, right? She took on the big responsibility last year of becoming the parent, when taking all the kids away from Frank. And so, at first, I remember us three, since we were on the panel last year, we're debating, can she live up to this role? And she is.
Yeah, she's doing a really
health
good
insurance.
job. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good for her.
That doctor scene was hilarious.
Oh my god, that was great.
Oh yeah.
When she takes all the kids to the doctor and
Yeah.
His ball
yeah,
has
that's
dropped.
great.
Yeah. Poor Leah.
$5 copay. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I wonder if
is.
that's common. Do kids' balls not drop? Is that weird?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't have kids.
I have
I'm just
no
How
like,
old is Liam again?
Three?
Three.
I don't
Three.
know.
I didn't even know your balls had to drop, but that just came out and dropped.
I thought
I don't remember. So
it was
early.
like a thing.
I think mine dropped pretty early.
isn't it? I don't know. I'm no doctor, but like you get made fun. Like when your voice changes as a man, like they say what your balls finally dropped. Like,
Is that what that
I
means?
figured it's supposed to be teenage years. I mean, I don't
When he's
remember
three.
specifically at 3.
It's so weird.
I mean,
Maybe.
is it because he's black?
Is it because is that like a period thing with women? Like your balls drop? Is that the same?
That's
I don't know. I mean,
Well, I mean, they're talking about kids, like really small kids. So I don't think it's the same thing at all.
That's different.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I've
I
never
hadn't
heard
either,
it
not at that age.
I only heard it for dogs. I have a dog.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
his balls dropped. Great, cut them. That's it.
I also like Carl's moment where she said he's sprouting in the armpits, and then he's like, "You want to see him sprouting down there too."
Yeah.
He's
So
cracking me
good.
up this season.
At those sleazy
He's got no
moments.
shame.
Yeah,
no shame.
trying to get drugs from her. He's just he's great.
But he's like you said, John. He's grown a heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's nice about it.
Yeah, he really cares about his dad, and he's like the only one that does right now.
I know. I'm surprised Debbie. She's like, bye.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
she's going through
Yeah.
her own
Yeah, I
hormonal
know.
teenage
Yeah.
stages. She's not even talking to Fiona that much.
Yeah.
I know.
That
I mean,
sucks.
Fiona didn't even know about the boyfriend.
Yeah.
I know.
This is where we kind of first hint upon it, but Fiona doesn't really dig deeper than that.
I wonder
She's gonna
if
find out. I
Oh
guarantee
yeah,
she's
she
gonna
will.
find out
totally.
next
For
episode.
sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll find Deb's virginity bid online somehow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so weird. Do people
didn't
do
know
stuff
she had
like
that.
that?
I think
bet
it's
you
a
they
real
do.
thing.
think so,
I think
too.
it's a real
too.
thing.
No, that's crazy.
I've signed you guys
bet.
up since last year.
I know you didn't sign me up a long time ago.
Yeah, they don't know that it's an alias.
False advertising.
It's the
False,
catfish.
very
Great.
false. Advertising.
Yeah. But
That
I
ship
wonder.
has sailed.
I wonder if dealing with all these, teenage moments with Debbie and Carl, I wonder if that's going to be Fiona's cracking point. I mean, she's handling things thus far, but I wonder if, it's just going to get too much and she might just crack under pressure.
Especially
I
with
don't
her
know.
boyfriend. Her
Yeah,
needy
with
boyfriend.
the stress of Mike and.
I am so Mike. I like Mike. I'm like, Mike, I get it.
I agree with Mike.
Okay.
I do.
You say you're going
I
to
do.
call, then call.
But she's not used to it. So that's her problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Obviously, for me, he was a little too needy about the, hey, why didn't you call me back?
Because guys
Her-
typically don't do that.
Exactly.
But I love when they do. I love when they're a little crazy like that.
I started with
Wait,
you
you
on.
like that?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do like that.
She
I
must be a
prefer that.
cancer.
I side with you on the I agree with what he's saying. Like, if you say you're gonna call me, call me. It is my pet
Yes.
peeve as well. I don't care if
you.
you don't call me, but if you say you're gonna do something, but I do think he came off
He
so needy, and I was hating that because I love him.
Yeah.
I really love him. So I was like, oh, come on, back down a little bit.
He should have waited to have that conversation
Later.
after work.
Yeah.
Like, stop bringing it up while she's driving. Stop bringing it up during work hours.
when
Like,
you're in the
yeah,
bathroom.
exactly.
He was in the bathroom.
like
asking her.
talk about it
High-fiving.
when time is right.
Exactly. Hey,
It's
bro.
just kind
say
of
it
petty. It's kind of petty.
Yeah.
It's a call.
Well,
you know?
it's not just
It-
John-
a call.
what he's saying, what he's trying to say is that you got to be honest with me. Your word.
Yeah,
means
it was
everything,
the
and we
something
come
bigger,
down
yeah.
It's the principle.
At the end, and that's what's beautiful about it. The principle comes through, like completely at the end. It's just that when he's like nagging, why don't you do this? Why don't you?
Yeah,
do this? It's
I
like
know.
what the
Yeah.
hell? Yo, I got a life to live here.
Yeah.
And he's like, and she's getting into a fight. What I was thinking, what was funny about that was like, wow, this could have never been reversed. The woman never could have like called the guy in the car.
Oh my God, he
and
would
been
hang
like-
up the phone.
And we would have not had any sympathy for the guy in
None.
the car. We would have never had any sympathy for the guy in the car.
No, what a fucking asshole.
It's totally different. And now he's like starting a fight. This guy's an animal. Like, yeah, you get a bat on the front windshield. You an idiot? What's wrong with you?
That's what you get for not calling.
Yeah. You didn't call. You argued with your wife. You hung up on her.
Exactly.
Now you're starting fights. What's wrong with you?
You lied.
That's true.
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a bit naive if he fell for her doing the car voice.
I know.
That was straight up stupid.
Only because her accent. Okay. The accent, the switch from Fiona to the car voice there was no distinction. I would have I would have made it British.
He would
anything.
Yeah.
I'd have made it Elvis. You ever used Waze? You can get Elvis to like start telling you where to go. Turn right.
Somebody has that. I
So
thought
good.
that was my brilliant idea. Somebody has that. Never mind.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
But
I went on settings.
I don't know if you want to
Elvis.
keep talking about Mike and Fiona's relationship.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thing, but there was that point where he basically said, I'm giving you an ultimatum because he won't be in a relationship with lies.
That was a good moment.
Yeah, and she said, well, I won't be in a relationship with an ultimatum. So as she was turning away, I think what she did was she stopped, not because she agreed with him or wanted to maybe apologize, but I think she stopped to think about her job.
I do too.
I disagree.
Really?
Yep.
Well, he is her boss. And she's always saying like, oh, he's my boss. I don't want to screw things up. What if we break up? What's going to happen? So I feel like she thought about her job. Maybe she does,
But job was first.
Job was first.
Yeah.
Because she has all these benefits. But also I think if she were still with Jimmy and this fight happened, she wouldn't have turned around. She wouldn't have, because she's used to just kind of walking out, in those situations, or just kind of expecting the guy to come back. Mm-hmm. If, she did just say, I don't want ultimatums and just left. But I think with Mike, he wouldn't have it any other way. And she believed him when he said that. Mm-hmm. But she did think about her job.
JJ,
She's like,
you can dispute.
Well, I agree with the second portion of what you said, but I don't think she thought about her job. I think she realized that she was having a bratty, immature moment, and she realized that is what she normally does in these relationships. She creates chaos, and she likes situations where the guy is a dick. He's lying to her. Jimmy Steve lied to her all the time, so she built these relationships on lies. And I think she finally was like, part of her likes that and wants that, but she realized as she was walking up the stairs, like, I'm fucking this up. If I storm off like I did, I might be walking away from this one guy who's a really great, solid relationship, who doesn't want to play games, who wants things, and she may have to change the way that she's acted for all these years, which hasn't gotten her in
it's funny because now she's the Jimmy in the relationship.
Yep.
I mean, to a small degree.
And
but
she hated when he lied and did all that stuff.
Yeah,
and now she wanted to be that person.
I think it was both. I think it was like, the relationship, but also I get lunch per diem and can go to Arby's.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I'm jealous about that.
I know she's like, damn,
I want some
Arby's. Okay, all right. Let's talk about this.
Well, she is good at her job. She is.
She is. Yeah. She's very good at it.
And that's what kind of, in some ways, made it difficult for Mike, bringing up the situation. Because the better she gets at her job, the harder their relationship will be.
For sure.
John, who do you side with? These two girls or JJ?
JJ.
JJ. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna agree with JJ.
Come on, 3 on
yes.
No, because I agree with JJ because for the sole fact that I think she was walking and she gets to a point where okay, I may not like the ultimatum part of it, but what is this guy really trying to do? Make me a better person. True. And you know what? I've never let anyone in my life make me a better person.
That's not the Gallagher instinct. It's to think about Arby's. That's what I think.
But I think she does want to change. I think she does want this normal life that she hasn't had this, her whole life. And he's a huge part of that. And I think he could definitely help her get her there. I mean, he already did by sending her out in the field, getting her this promotion, taking her out of that temp position. I mean, he's already helped her and done so much for her to get to that point. Mm-hmm. So...
See.
I don't know. He's good for her. I like
he wants to please her. He said, is there anything you want me to do?
I know, he's so sweet. I like him.
I think what he needs to do, because I love him. I really like this character.
I like him. He has a nice butt, too.
He does bug you when he gets when he gets clingy. That's when it's annoying.
I like him clingy.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like him clingy. He needs to not ask her, is there anything I need to do for you or whatever. Don't ask a bunch of questions. Just do it. He just needs to go for it, go at it, and like blow her mind. But don't ask all these questions all the time.
You require a mind reader. can see you, JJ.
No, I don't.
No.
But if you've had your fun and I'm lying in bed and you know I haven't, then just go for it. You know,
Exactly.
Oh,
you don't need to ask me if there's anything else
That's
you
no
can do
mind
for me.
reading.
There's probably stuff you can do
That's
for me.
not what you can
take
do.
the
I
most
agree.
extreme example there is. Yeah.
Yeah, you just go in at that point.
They were in bed last week when he asked that. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed last week.
Maybe he
I
just
didn't
grew
miss
up
this week.
really sheltered and polite. That's just, I don't know.
I'd rather take him that way than the other way where they're like, all right, good night. You know, I like him that way.
Yeah.
I would believe that. I would believe that for him.
Yeah.
He is a very nice
Good
guy.
guy.
He
guy.
is.
He's trying to take her to the real good suburbs. That's the whole
The-
idea. Out of Gallagher's hood
The real
into the
good
suburbs, the nice ones.
Yeah.
The really nice one.
Yeah.
With matching china.
But what's nice is, okay, you know, we joke about it, but unlike Jimmy, he's doing it in such a way where she can support the full infrastructure of the Gallagher household, rather than just like, hey, you and I, let's ditch these people. It's like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is my family. They're under 18. They can't support themselves.
Right.
True.
Damn good point.
Although Carl's pretty crafty. But yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Carl.
Oh, Carl.
Crazy
Oy.
Carl.
Crazy Carl.
Crazy Carl.
He's clever.
I love him.
He figured out something. He did something I never thought I would do, which was take
Which one?
Fiona's tampon out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh.
That was solid.
That
Solid
was
move.
terrible.
He found
No,
out.
that was smart of
It
him.
won.
It was.
Yeah.
I just didn't need to see
But I
his
mean,
tampon.
did you guys at 12 know that those things existed? I'm curious.
Maybe 14, let's say.
You can say it.
No.
Yes
I
or
didn't.
no?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know blood was involved till like high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But you have a
I thought
good.
it was some kind of fluids. I was like, what's going on?
It was
with that?
something.
My mom always says it's her thingies. What is that? Not gonna ask any more questions. It's about to get uncomfortable.
You're like,
in
I ain't
here.
got to deal with it. Whatever, girl.
Yeah.
But then again,
Your thing.
they are the Gallaghers. I mean, they know everything. All their
And they have
dirty
one
laundry. They know
bathroom.
everything. One
Grow
bathroom.
up mad
Yeah.
quick. You grow up mad quick.
Exactly. So it makes sense for Carl.
It does. It's interesting seeing Frank kind of revert to kind of being nice.
Like desperate nice though.
Revert,
What?
yeah.
Desperate nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you. He's ain't being nice. He's manipulative.
He is.
He was kind of nice this episode for Frank's terms.
He told, he said, don't drink the liquor, dump it out with the
Oh,
Gatorade key.
wow. That's really sweet. That came from
That's
the-
mature for him.
I mean, what?
That is.
Stingy, if
How-
you ask me.
okay, how does that benefit him?
He's all, make sure you use lubricant, son. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm not, no.
That's his idea of advice.
And he's proud of him that, you know, he figured out a way to jerk off in the back of the class. Like, come on, for Frank, this is great.
Great.
He's being a great father.
He's awesome.
You gotta crawl before you walk.
Exactly.
That's the idea.
You're right. I'm the harsh one over here. Sorry.
No, I think even despite how nice he's being, or quote unquote nice he's being, there's always an ulterior motive. I agree with you.
Yes, always.
I get uncomfortable when he's nice. I don't trust
I don't like it.
ever.
Ever. I kind of felt a little more trueness to the nice tonight just because I think seeing his cankles and the veins,
How'd they
I
do
think
that?
it really is setting in
He's
with
falling
him more
apart.
that he knows he's dying, that he really is, and that Carl's the only person. I mean, he's the only one visiting him in the room at all, you know.
Yeah.
But
So I
when they
think-
clear up, he's gonna go right back to being Frank. That's the whole idea.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right
Fiona's right.
away.
He's
Right away.
yeah, he's gonna do the same things he always
Yeah.
does.
I mean, I hope he gets a liver.
I mean, I understand he's made his bed, and I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying he is becoming nicer.
Because he's dying. People tend to do that. They find God and they become really nice. Okay?
I don't think he found God.
No.
But
No, not
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah.
Most people.
Damn, what are your world views? I don't know if I want to know. Dark.
I mean, in terms of this storyline, obviously, you know, we're kind of with Frank. He can't really do much, right? He's, as he said, he smells like monkey ass.
and the guy's putting vodka eye drops in his eyeballs.
Yes.
That's like the worst idea ever.
That's desperate. That is sad.
How'd they make his ankle look like that?
I mean, have you seen The Hobbit? They're able to do so much.
I have not seen The Hobbit.
That's
so
true.
yes, thank
Latex. Latex and makeup.
you. That's really good.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I would. Okay, you joke about my PBR abortion. I would have never thought to put liquor in an eyeball.
Still not as bad as
Never would
PBR
have
abortion, but it's pretty gross.
Yeah, we'll take the liquor eye drop.
The only thing I ever heard of was Motley Crue on Behind the Music. You remember that documentary show on VH1?
Yeah, what'd they say? What'd they do?
They said we got so lazy and bad with alcohol that we were shooting it.
Shooting alcohol? You can shoot alcohol?
Oh,
Yeah, you can shoot anything.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Needle, it's liquid. Let's go.
Oh my God!
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Can you get drunk like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's directly into your bloodstream.
It's like an IV,
so much,
you know,
though.
IV. That's why he was putting it in the IV. It's just it was in a suppository as opposed to.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
instead of your body absorbing it, it just goes straight to your veins.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yup.
Because that's the
Learn
whole
something
point.
new every day.
If
People
you
can
could
be
shoot
good,
up
too.
crystal meth, you could shoot up vodka.
JJ, next party.
AfterBuzz party, here we go.
Let's do this.
We're not getting
Free
buzz.
buzz,
We're
current
getting
buzz.
shit faced.
After buzz.
We are not responsible for any of this. First off, as a disclaimer, you must be 21 years of age to shoot up alcohol.
Okay.
Okay? Because otherwise it's illegal.
Yes.
I was afraid at some point that Carl was going to break into V's house and take
Oh,
all
I
those
thought he
pills.
was too. I thought she was gonna leave and he was gonna stay there.
They weren't locked, were they?
No,
No.
she just had it open.
Wait, where did he get the Percocet?
He stole it because she
Remember,
set
she
it
was
down.
spotting.
Perky C.
And so she forgot, so
Perky
she put
C's.
she put it down.
It's a cute nickname. I didn't realize that he did that because he went straight to the hospital with her. Obviously,
Yeah, he just grabbed him.
Yeah, that was the shameless moment.
I also had a moment where I thought when he went to the hospital with her and then he's got on the elevator, I thought he was going to steal some from the
Same.
hospital.
I thought he was going to
so
find
did
his
I.
way.
Yeah, I did too.
But no, he was looking out for his dad.
What a sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
I just hope it doesn't turn out to be like Frank. I mean,
he's
I see
going down
hints
this
of it.
path.
Yeah, I see hints
Yeah,
of
he's
it right
going.
now.
He's on his way.
Yeah.
Proudly so.
No, I love Carl.
But it's tough watching it because we feel like last season, we thought Carl would be burnt by Frank and he would not. He would be like the rest of them. He'd be like, "Oh, Frank, whatever."
Mm-hmm. Especially after the camp thing.
Exactly, and so he got to see boobs. So he's thankful to Frank. Just side note, the spank bank.
That was the most disgusting look I've ever seen in a child. I was sick. That was gross.
On the boy or the girl?
Like, both.
Both. The
She's
most
like,
disgusting exchange I have ever witnessed.
And children?
Between two children, yeah.
That's pretty gross.
That was
How
actually
old were
going
the
to be
girls? 12 or
13.
Because he's 12, they're 13, maybe 14.
Is he 12?
Yeah, he's younger than
okay.
Debs.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's getting pubes
Yep.
everywhere.
Ew.
I want to be
one
this
of my
shameless.
predictions.
I want to be this shameless and just have no shame about
They have
anything.
zero shame.
It's kind of freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is unemployment.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else about these storylines that we haven't touched upon, or any random thoughts about the episode? Not a lot of storylines.
No.
We didn't get Sheila tonight. We didn't get.
I love Sheila.
I know.
She's real
we
quick.
didn't get her.
Her facial expressions are the best.
I do have a couple notes. I always love. There's always lines that I just die. This is just cracking me up.
Yeah.
So I did write a couple down tonight that I thought were pretty classic. Carl, she's riding the cotton pony.
Yeah, right. Oh
yeah.
Loved it. Never heard of it called the cotton pony, but I guarantee
new.
you I
I
will
like
be
that.
using that term sometime in the future when I'm
Absolutely.
having my period. Used to be, I'm on the rag. Oh, it's that time of the
Run
month.
the
My
cotton
aunt's
pony.
in town. Nope,
flow,
I'm
flow.
riding the cotton pony.
It's way funner, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it.
Way
like
funner.
it.
Yeah, way funner.
I liked Lip saying when she's your freshman, yeah, but I fuck like a sophomore. Thought that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, and you were like, why didn't you just say he fucked like a senior?
Yeah, we could have improved that line.
Yeah. That would have been better. Yeah.
Well, he's not quick on his feet, out of his comfort zone.
That's true.
He'll get better.
Yeah.
You will. All right, why don't we head into some news and gossip?
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so Madison Davenport, who plays Ethel. You guys remember Ethel?
No.
Remember the adopted girl?
Oh, yeah.
Heaven and
yeah. Was she Amish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I totally remember her.
Well, she's on the new series from Dusk Till Dawn.
Good for her.
It's a series based off of the cult classic movie by the same name, directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Congratulations.
Emmy Rossum, no surprise here, strips down for a
I saw that spread. For Complex.
Yes,
Complex
indeed.
is always racy. Always.
Hey, how many times does she take it off for the show?
That's true.
I mean, I don't think she's.
She's not holding back anymore.
No, she is not. I was like, areola, hello.
I mean, the source, it was interesting to read the news article about it, like, the racy photos. I'm like, for her?
No,
she's not ashamed of her body.
No. I love that she's not. She's just like, hey, what's up? And she doesn't look all like super, super skinny where it's like weird. She just looks like normal, natural woman.
Yeah.
And she posted some pictures of her and her mom. It was her mom's birthday this weekend. So happy birthday to Emmy Rossum's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Very
And
nice.
that's your news and gossip
Yay.
for Shameless. All right. So we've been talking Shameless all night, but now let's talk about John Gammon and The Middle
Yeah.
on ABC.
Yeah, nice.
He's like, hello.
About you.
Oh, hello. Come on. I love the show. Shameless and The Middle.
Nice.
What show?
So it's on ABC. It's a sitcom. Tell us, how you kind of got involved and about it for those of you, the fans who may not know.
Well, I came along. Well, my character Darren came along in the middle of the first season, Valentine's Day. I just show up one time with Axel, my buddy, and Sean Donahue, and we're all basically trying to get together with these girls, and we hatch some crazy scheme where we basically get to hang with them without having to take the check or whatever. And I go, and I'm like sitting on the couch, and I'm basically like, yeah, all the reward, none of the risk, or something like that. And that was the first episode I ever had. That like 3 episodes the first season, and then they just kept inviting me back more and more, bringing me in, and that was it.
Awesome. What's it like being on set?
Oh, it's great. It's a family sitcom, so like I have to kind of like scale back. Yeah, I have to tone down my own natural humor. So yeah, like if I like cuss or anything on set, I'm like, oh wait, right, it's a family show.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just you can't really write it into the show, so
Yeah.
Right.
they like to hear you and then write lines for your character, and they can't exactly use buck and shit and anything that you might use naturally. So I had to definitely tone it down for sure. But
That's cool.
it's good. I mean, everybody's very nice to one another. It's very professional, and there's no bad apples on set.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah.
I was like, is there any juicy gossip? Anything you want to tell us?
Yeah, there's really not. I mean,
What's it like? I mean, the executive producers they've also worked on heavily How I Met Your Mother, and so do you get to interact with them? And is there any takeaway from them that you take? Because obviously, How I Met Your Mother is so successful.
Right. The executive producers like Eileen and
yes. Let me look up their names.
there should be some.
The
I don't know if I don't know who has worked on How I Met Your Mother.
It's 2 of them. Let me
They're
just
both
verify.
They both went to Wesleyan. I know that because everyone on the show went to Wesleyan College or university.
Is that the one in Ohio?
They
got a few of them, right?
I don't even.
Wesleyan?
I have no idea.
I think the first one was in Connecticut, and the others in.
I was gonna say
There's
Connecticut.
There's a Wesleyan in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew someone that went to Wesleyan.
Yeah. I actually know someone too. I have a coworker who went there.
Oh, cool.
And he was like, "Did you know the executive producers of How I Met Your Mother went there too, or the writer, or the writers, I guess."
The writers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be their greatest claim to fame.
Not. Come on, now.
All the Wesleyans are gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm connected to the writers."
Yeah, it's Eileen and Deanne.
Oh yeah, Eileen.
Yeah.
Deanne. Yeah. The question was.
The question was, have they kind of given you pearls of wisdom, just about the business or anything they've taken away from them?
What I've taken away from Eileen is how to just keep it simple on set and to treat everyone with respect. I mean, they both. Deanne normally runs the business side of it, so you rarely see her, and when you do, you rarely speak to her. Like she's just in and out, just checking over everything. But Eileen kind of runs it like a very. She kind of runs it like a creative mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's always concerned. I mean, when Eden broke her leg, I mean, it was crazy. Like she was very freaked out, like a mother should be. But she was also freaked out over the show because caring about the show is also caring about the people. I think if you asked Eileen, that's kind of how she runs it, and that's partly why everybody's so comfortable and happy on set.
Cool.
And that's why there's really no bad apples or any like weird like drama going on. I mean, you know.
Have you put in any suggestions about your character that have actually gotten written into the show? Like, do you have a say in how he is?
No, I don't have a say, but
Not yet.
I think I've done things. Yeah, not yet. I think I've done things before that have ended up. What often happens is I'll use like one habit I've always had in my life is like if I'm searching for words, what's weird is that I'll often go for like the most complicated word there is. Oh. It's weird. I don't know why. It's like all of a sudden my high school vocab book just opens up in my head. I'm like, yes, that's the one I want to use. So like part of Darren's stupidity is him like using a word that's inappropriate. I mean, it's actually correct, but
it doesn't work in that context.
It's not. It's just not. It's not like what. It's not how normal people speak. You know. He'll say something. He'll say something like this. This is such an existential crisis. You know. Like instead of saying like I have a problem. Like like what do we do? Like or like even a predicament is something that's better to be used like than that. But
yeah.
I think they've picked up on that. Like that's a habit I have sometimes.
Cool.
Yeah.
You've been on CSI and some films. Would you consider this to be your like biggest kind of breakout role?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then how did you feel when you got that?
It was weird because my agent called me and said, "Okay, John, they want you."
Agent called.
I'm like, yes, that's amazing. Now the network just has to approve you. I'm like, oh,
exactly.
What do you call me for? Like,
don't tell me they want me yet.
But yeah, I when she said that, I was like, network's gotta love me. Come on, how can they not? But it was a little weird. She was like, they still have to make sure you're okay to sell soap. Or not soap, but like sell whatever they're trying to sell.
Look viewer friendly.
Yeah, viewer friendly.
Mm-hmm. What was your audition process like?
It was fast. I mean,
really?
The first time. Well, yeah. For that, it was fast too. The first time I went in was 3-4 months before I went in for Darren for Trevor, which was a one-off.
Huh.
I literally walk in through a pep rally in the gym, and I'm just like, yeah, Mom, you rock, and like I leave.
And that's it.
I didn't get that, but like the very same day, like 2-3 hours later, was the callback for that, and whoever auditioned for it got that. And then that very night, which is unique, I went to the grocery store in West Hollywood where I was living at the time, and I saw G. Charles Wright, the casting director, and I actually got to shake his hand.
Oh, nice.
Said hello. He's like, did I see you today? I think I did see you today.
Nice.
Hey, you finished second. Good job, though. And I was like, really good.
It's almost like you don't want to know. Yeah. I didn't get it, so thanks.
And he was like, but this is good because, if anything bigger or better comes up, down the road, we'll call you in. I'm like,
and they did.
Whatever, Hollywood.
Exactly.
I totally believe you. No. They made it. They totally made good on that.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, what else do you have coming up on your acting horizon?
Oh, on the acting horizon, just more auditions. I'm writing.
Kept it real.
Yeah.
I'm more auditions.
I'm writing a caddy show with my brother. I was a caddy, believe it or not, for 10 years.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was from the age of 12 to about 22. I was carrying golf bags.
Wow.
Oh, we get some good
every
stories.
Summer. Oh, tons. That's what we're using them for.
I hope you got a raise each year.
What's that?
I said, hope you got a raise each year.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, that's just inflation was crazy. Like I started out with like $15 a bag, and before I carried my last bag at Bel Air Country Club here in LA.
Oh, nice. Good stories then.
$150 would have been like $150 at Bel Air would have been like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, about 120, but 150 is kind of basic, standard.
Okay.
To carry a bag?
Yeah, to carry a bag for 18 holes.
Oh.
So it's like tenfold from when I was about 12. So we're talking like 1997, 98. Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean that's what I'm writing right now with my brother, and of course I'm hitting the open mics.
Nice.
Love open mics.
Doing some jokes.
Do you have any coming up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they're all over the place. Number one.
Do you post them on your Twitter?
Not yet.
Well, you should.
I should. I should. I will be. But I mean, I love stand-up comedy. I think it's a great art form, and there'll just be more and more of that to come for sure from me.
Well, do you put up funny tweets? You should share your
Yeah.
Twitter.
I do put up
I
funny
like your
tweets.
autocorrect one.
Yeah, what was the autocorrect one?
You like don't type so fast that your autocorrect, because your autocorrect doesn't have your back.
No, it
like
does
that.
not.
It does not. I thought that was really
Autocorrect's
funny.
a frenemy for sure.
I know.
Fuck those frenemies, man. I did actually. It made me laugh. I don't know if anybody, but I finally started to do something good because I hate myself a lot of times. I signed up to help kids at risk. There's a organization close to my house, and the tweet was, I'm going to be helping kids soon. I'm so excited. It's all for me. It's not for them. Fuck those little bastards. Like that was what I said in the tweet. The way I read it out, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good actually. Okay,
I'm gonna leave that.
I will tweet. I'll leave it. I know I'm on a family sitcom. I don't care.
Yeah. Do you think about stuff like that when you're tweeting?
All the time.
Like how it's gonna make you look?
I guess
all
you
the
have
time.
to, right?
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
have to. But
The executives watch those.
oh yeah.
They're like, John.
But I am helping kids at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I'll say some stupid things, man. That's what happens.
You can afford one.
Especially
slip.
if they're jokes.
Exactly.
So, if they're jokes, and jokes are jokes.
Yeah.
True that.
Right on. And what was it? Jiu-jitsu you like? You like jiu-jitsu or what? Right.
Yeah. Oh, I like Jews.
You better like
love
Jews
Jews.
in this business.
I love Jews. I have
like
a
them.
Juice?
Jew for an accountant. I have a
Of course you do.
Jew for an agent, a lawyer. I'm
Sounds
working
fun.
on getting one for a doctor. Mine right now, not so good.
Christian.
He's Catholic actually.
Yeah, those aren't good.
Irish, swear to God. No, I'm not working on it. I'm happy with him. He's good. But
That's
jiu-jitsu,
really funny.
yeah, jiu-jitsu's been great. I missed 2 days. I'm dying, man.
It's intense.
I love it. I have to have it.
How long you
have
been doing that?
it? Sorry.
For about 2 years now.
Oh.
2 years, and it's so funny. It's so funny. I got this. I went out with one of my senseis, and he's a black belt, and I get a text from him the night after. We actually went to some cool red carpet and whatever. He had a lot of fun, but he texts me. He's like, "Hey man, I got your belt. I'll give it to you next class, dude." And I was like, nice, I got my blue belt, yes. And I see him like next class, I don't get my blue belt. I see him the next week, I'm like, man, when is this motherfucker gonna give me my goddamn blue belt? I have earned it by now. I'm progressing. I'm beating up on a lot of blue belts. I can hang with most purples. Like, what is the fucking story? And he comes to me after class one day. He's like, "Oh, here you go, man." He gives me the black belt that I gave him for his wardrobe that day. I'm like, "You mother!" I was telling people I got my blue belt. I'm just waiting for the guy to give me my goddamn blue belt finally. Because I didn't want to be. Hey man, where's my blue belt? What the fuck?
Yeah. Say it.
Say it. You're never gonna do it.
Does he know how much anxiety that cost you?
I just thought it was funny. There was really no anxiety to it. I just feel kind of silly just because I told.
You're like, oh yeah, people. I knew what belt you were talking about. Thank you.
Because I know I'm risking looking like a dick here, saying that I'm a good ass white belt. I'm so good I should have my blue belt, but it's true, and that's what's a bummer. But in a lot of old school academies, if you've been with them for less than a year, it doesn't matter how good you are, they're not going to promote you. So that's just part of it.
Interesting.
Good one for the comedy routine.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
God,
at least you got your black belt back.
I did get I was like, fuck the blue belt. I got my black belt. Yeah.
All right. Well,
and it's made of leather. Check that next time. I'm looking at.
Nice.
You can really whip some people with that.
Yeah, you can. It's an unorthodox technique. He takes it off in the middle of a match. Man, it's so good. No.
All right. Well, it's been fun chatting.
Yes, John.
Predictions?
Yeah.
We got to get
Quick.
What do you predict?
What do you predict, JJ?
I think that Carl's gonna sleep with the blonde bimbo
Holly.
girl, the slutty girl.
Holly,
Debbie's
you
friend.
lip.
Yeah.
No, I think he's gonna
Debbie's friend.
maybe not
Debbie's
sleep
friend.
with, but he's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Well,
And-
A lot of blondes on the show.
Anybody else?
Well, I think Frank is going to try to use Fiona's insurance somehow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, to get a new liver.
She did
Drea?
my prediction. That was my prediction.
John, any predictions from you for the show, for the season?
Just for this next episode, we're definitely going to see Debbie go through some troubles as far as Maddie is concerned, and I also think that we're going to learn to love Frank. We're going to learn to love Frank. This is the last time.
We're going to learn to hate him in episode 6, but we'll love him from now.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, where can they follow you guys? Let's start this way. And
Drea Renee _N.
At JJ Jurgens.
At JAJOURI and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast on Tuesdays.
And John, where can fans follow you?
You can find me at Dirty Floor, John Gammon, @ the thing that looks like a floor in my world would be dirty. @ John Gammon. Yeah.
All right, and follow us here at AfterBuzz TV, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. We'll be back next week for episode 3.
Yep.
We're signing off for episode 2.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.